I have an amazing update for you guys today, connecting to where we are right now, leading from the Super Bowl to Netanyahu's trip to America, the accelerated urgent trip from Netanyahu to Donald Trump, the 77th anniversary of Israel from their Knesset, which is February 14th, and the White Rabbit, leading to the February 17th and March 3rd eclipses. The White Rabbit. I'm going to show you today a biblical connection of the White Rabbit and the conjunction of these two eclipses that are upcoming, February 17th and March 3rd. Specifically in this video, I'm going to be focusing on February 17th. But I wanted to share with you over the last days, I've been sharing about the Super Bowl, and then we have Follow the White Rabbit. Then we have Netanyahu's accelerated urgent meeting with Trump. And then we have White Rabbit Wedding Day, February 14th, 2026, which is the 77th anniversary of Israel from their first Knesset, February 14th, 1949. 77 years. Okay, now we have work that is done by Daniel Taylor. And this is going to be amazing information. You guys are going to be blown away with what Daniel brings to the table here. Okay, so I started sharing about the White Rabbit, and other people have been also talking about the White Rabbit. And Daniel Taylor sent me information. He said this: God has been showing me for years to follow the White Rabbit. I just didn't know what it meant until 2 to 3 months ago. Okay, so Daniel Taylor has information that he sent to me, and we talked about this, and we walked through what we're seeing, and he gave me the go-ahead to go ahead and share all of this information. So, the White Rabbit. This is just some of the information. This is just from the gematria of White Rabbit, but we're going to get into the astronomy and the asteroid White Rabbit and how it connects to these upcoming eclipses. But in gematria, Follow the White Rabbit is 1398, February 17th, 1398. Okay, so the upcoming eclipse, February 17th. Follow the White Rabbit, they have the same gematria. Babylon the Great is fallen is the same gematria, 1398. And the Lord Jesus Christ also has the same gematria. Follow the White Rabbit, February 17th. Babylon the Great is fallen, the Lord Jesus Christ. Amazing information. Now here is a post that Daniel Taylor did on his Facebook. So if you want to follow Daniel and see these posts and see the comments and see how the sequence is of the things that he's been watching, go ahead and follow Daniel on Facebook. So this is on Facebook. Daniel Taylor writes on February 10th, 2:55 p.m. On December 12th, 2022, Elon Musk posted on X to follow the White Rabbit. Follow the White Rabbit means to pursue a path of curiosity, adventure, or the unknown, often leading to a life-changing, surreal, or down-the-rabbit-hole experience. Originating from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and popularized by The Matrix, it signifies abandoning the comfortable known reality for a strange, new, or deeper truth. On 2/17/2026, we have a solar eclipse, and asteroid White Rabbit is right next to it as it happens. On March 3rd, 2026, we have the third Purim blood moon, and on that exact day, asteroid White Rabbit is in conjunction with the sun. From the day Musk posted to follow the White Rabbit on 12/12/2022 until 3/3/2026, conjunction of the sun and asteroid White Rabbit and the Purim blood moon, it's 1,177 days and Strong's 1177 is 12. Elon Musk posted to follow the White Rabbit on 12/12. The signs will be in the sun, moon, and stars as we continue to watch. Okay, so that is all in text, but he put all of this into screenshots that we could easily follow and understand. So here are the two eclipses connected to asteroid White Rabbit being in conjunction with both of these eclipses that are upcoming. And so we've got this screenshot that explains what Follow the White Rabbit means. We've got the post by Elon Musk. We've got the time from December 12th to March 3rd, 1177 days. Strong's Greek 1177 is the number 12. And on February 17th, the solar eclipse is in Aquarius and conjuncted with the asteroid White Rabbit right there in Aquarius. Then on March 3rd, it's even better because it's actually right there in conjunction with the sun, perfectly between the sun, moon, and the asteroid White Rabbit. It's in the eclipse on Piram, March 3rd, 2026. Okay, this keeps getting better and better and better. So continue to follow what is being shared. This is a post from Daniel Taylor on January 22nd at 12:08 p.m. Acts 2:20 and Joel 2:31, the sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood. In 2025, the moon turned to blood first, and then the sun was darkened. This was the opposite of Acts and Joel. In 2026, they flipped back to the biblical pattern of the sun being first and then the moon turning to blood. Okay, so let me show you what that means. Okay, we're going to see here that in Acts 2:20 and in Joel 2:31 it says, "The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord." Okay, so both of these passages talk about a solar and a lunar eclipse in that order. The solar eclipse first and then the blood moon eclipse. Okay, so if we going back to March 24th and 25th, 2024, you have the lunar eclipse and then you have the April 8th solar eclipse. And then you have the September 17th lunar eclipse and the October 2nd solar eclipse. Then in 2025, again, it's the lunar eclipse first and then the solar eclipse. And then in September, another lunar eclipse and then a solar eclipse. Okay, so from 2024 and 2025, it's the lunar eclipse first. Well, now in 2026, they have flipped back to the biblical order of the sun being turned into darkness first and then the moon turned into blood. So here in February 17th, we have the solar eclipse first and then the blood moon of March 3rd. Then we have the solar eclipse of August 12th and the lunar eclipse of August 27th. And this continues on into the eclipses in 2027. Okay, so that is one part of what he's sharing here. Then he goes on to say, February 17th, 2026, we have the Ring of Fire solar eclipse in Aquarius, the water bearer. Luke 17:26 says, as in the days of Noah. Okay, so here we have the date, okay? Look at the date, February 17th, 2026. The Ring of Fire solar eclipse is in Aquarius, the water bearer. Luke 17:26, just like February 17th, 2026, just as in the days of Noah. Genesis 7:11 shows us that the days of Noah is the second month, 17th day that the flood began. In our calendar, that would be February 17th. 8 people were saved on the ark. There are 8 human bloodlines. And if we go back exactly 8 years from this February 17th, 2026 eclipse, it takes us to Winter Storm Noah that formed on February 17th, 2018 and hit New York. Is this an 8-year warning? As in the days of Noah, just as there were 8 people on the ark on the 17th day of the second month? So this is the information, Genesis 7:11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Matthew 24:37, as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. Luke 17:26, just as February 17th, 2026, just as it was in the days of Noah, so also will it be in the days of the Son of Man. Who was on the ark? There were 8 people on the ark. Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and the sons' wives. Human blood types. There are 8 common blood types based on the A, B, O, and RH factor systems. A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, AB plus, AB minus, O plus, and O minus. 8 human blood types. Winter Storm Noah to bring snow for U.S. Northeast this February 17th, 2018, Winter Storm Noah. 8-year warning. 8 people on the ark. 8 human blood types. And then Daniel goes on to say about March 3rd, 2026, we have the 3rd Purim blood moon in a row. Luke 12:38. And if he shall come in the 2nd watch, or come in the 3rd watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. Is this 3rd Purim blood moon in a row the 3rd watch, and when he comes? So Daniel did all of that work connecting these 2 eclipses to the asteroid White Rabbit. And now I want to share with you what I found. Okay? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a look at this upcoming February 17th eclipse, and I wanted to connect it to the eclipse that is its copart. If we go back to the January 11th, 2024 midday of all eclipses, I wanted to go back to the January 11th, 2024 midday and then find the match of the eclipse that happened at the same interval going back. And so what I found here is that this February 17th, 2026 Ring of Fire eclipse, annular solar eclipse, is 768 days after January 11th, 2024. And if we go back 768 days from there, we come to December 4th of 2021. And that was a total solar eclipse. Now, something that just, I didn't know why this happened or how we can understand this, but these were both over Antarctica. And basically nobody in the world was even able to see either of these 2 eclipses. The December 4th, 2021, there was like less than 1% of the world's population could even see it. It was so far south, nobody's there. I mean, nobody could actually see it in person. It was just documented. We knew it happened. They have cameras there, and it was filmed and everything, but nobody really was even able to see it in person. Very few people in the earth, you know. And so this is the same situation coming up now on this February 17th eclipse. So two total solar eclipses, a total solar eclipse and an annular solar eclipse, and basically nobody's even able to see them. And they're both connected by 768 days. Now get this, guys. We're watching for the White Rabbit The connection that God has given us to see right now is connected to a white rabbit. So we have these two eclipses, and we have 768 days. What is the meaning of 768 in the Strong's Concordance? 768 is rabbit. This is unbelievable. I mean, I don't even know what to... when I started looking at this, I'm like, I want to put this together. I want to look at this February 17th eclipse, and I want to look at its counterpart eclipse, and I want to look at the number of days, and I put this together. I didn't even know what I would find. I didn't even know. I had no idea. There's no way I would even imagine that 768 comes up to rabbit, hare, rabbit. Can you believe this? This is the white rabbit eclipse. This February 17th, 2026, this is the white rabbit eclipse. This stretch of eclipses from December 4th, 2021, Antarctica, to February 17th, 2026, 768 days on both ends, which is rabbit, hare. Okay, so here we have this February 17th eclipse. It's in Aquarius, which is water, right? Water. So we have Antarctica is ice, Antarctica is water, and the eclipse is in Aquarius, and we have asteroid white rabbit in Aquarius. Very close conjunction with the solar eclipse of February 17th. Now, I wanted to study this and look into this whole idea of white rabbit being connected to the possibility of the symbolism of Antarctica. Because when you look at follow the white rabbit, it symbolizes following something mysterious into the unknown. It represents curiosity, hidden worlds, altered perception. Just as Daniel shared, follow the white rabbit means to pursue a path of curiosity, adventure, or the unknown, often leading to a life-changing, surreal, or down the rabbit hole experience. It signifies abandoning the comfortable, known reality for a strange, new, or deeper truth. So that idea of the white rabbit. Well, Antarctica can connect symbolically with the white rabbit because it is the most unknown, remote, least explored continent. Often symbolically associated with hidden realms, secrets, or the edge of the world. In a purely symbolic sense, some people frame Antarctica as a kind of a real-world rabbit hole, a mysterious place beyond ordinary access. 768, hare, rabbit, Antarctica, as in the days of Noah, asteroid white rabbit. The last thing I want to share with you is that from the January 11th, 2024 midpoint of all eclipses, going back to December 4th, 2021, there are 9 eclipses. 4 in 2023, 4 in 2022, and 1 in 2021. There were 4 also in 2021, but I'm going back to December 4th, 2021. That is the counterpart of the February 17th, 2026 annular eclipse. There were 9 eclipses. That if we go back, there are 9 eclipses. And if we go forward, this is the 9th eclipse. 9. 9 is the number of judgment. In biblical numerology, 9 is widely regarded as the number of finality, completion, and divine judgment, marking the end of a cycle or human works. It signifies the conclusion of matters, often associated with judgment, such as the 9th hour when Jesus died, 9-fold judgments in Haggai, or the 9 fruits gifts of the Spirit. Biblical significance of the number 9. Judgment and finality. 9 represents the finality of God's judgment upon man, marking the end of a matter. Key appearances. Jesus died in the 9th hour, symbolizing the completion of his sacrifice. The fruit gifts of the Spirit, Galatians 5:22 and 23 lists 9 fruits of the Spirit, and 1 Corinthians 12 lists 9 gifts, often interpreted as divine tools to judge the flesh. Judgment examples. There were 9 lepers that did not return to thank Jesus. And in Haggai 1:11, there are 9 specific items under God's judgment. And symbolism in time connected to February 17th, the 17th day of the 2nd month as in the days of Noah. Noah was the 9th generation from Adam, representing a completion before the flood. Follow the white rabbit, February 17th, Babylon the Great has fallen, the Lord Jesus Christ. Asteroid white rabbit in these upcoming eclipses, as in the days of Noah. The white rabbit eclipse. People, I have to share one more piece of information with you connected to Donnie Darko, the white rabbit, and the end of the world. The whole idea of Donnie Darko is an altered reality, the end of the world shown by the white rabbit. Okay, now in the movie, the white rabbit came out and told Donnie Darko the world would end in 28 days. Okay, 28 days. It was actually 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. Okay, so let's look at the 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. The movie Donnie Darko came out on 2 dates. It was shown at the Sundance Movie Festival in Utah on January 19th, 2001. So if we go forward from this date, 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds, January 19th, 2001. 6 p.m. release time. We don't have the exact hour, the exact time, but let's just say at 6 p.m. The movie was released at the Sundance Movie Festival, January 19, 2001, 6 p.m. Adding 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds is February 17th. So what are we showing you here? The White Rabbit Eclipse, February 17, 2026. And from the release date at the Sundance Movie Festival, January 19, 2001, the world will end in 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. That brings us to February 17th. Donnie Darko, The End of the World, 28 days from January 19, 2001. Now, October 26, 2001, the release date in the United States, to February 17, 2026, 8,880 days. 888, the number of Jesus Christ. 24 years, 3 months, and 22 days. 322, 888, February 17th. The White Rabbit Eclipse, February 17th, 2026. The first thing that was shared with me, okay, we're looking at the Rabbit Eclipse, 768 days. Rabbit or hare. Then this was sent to me, the length of my video, 2359. 2359, the length of the video, same pronunciation, same amount of letters. Coincidence, brother? Strong's 2359 is hare. Had the song Age of Aquarius in my head for a couple weeks now. So much so that I looked up the movie Hair. Could be hair like hair on your head, or it could be hair like a rabbit. Age of Aquarius. The Hair movie connected to the Age of Aquarius. And the White Rabbit Eclipse is in the constellation of Aquarius. Hair. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The eclipse with the White Rabbit in the constellation of Aquarius. Too many connections to overlook. I just wanted to share all of this. We've got connections to the Matrix, to Donnie Darko, hair, the biblical understanding of a rabbit, connected to the number of days between eclipses, connected to the rebirth of Israel, connected to the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny, Bad Moon Rising, and the month of these eclipses, starting out at the Super Bowl, leading up to February 17th and March 3rd. I mean, we've got so many connections here. I just wanted to share this also with you guys. Have a wonderful day. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.